I'm walking you through my winter woods quilt pattern today because it's never too early for a Christmas quilt, is it? Isn't the sample block too cute? All right, out of the way. You're going to need a layer cake for this, and I'm using this one called Christmas Eve from Moda. And let's open her up, and I'll show you how to do it. We're going to be using all 42 layer cake squares to make this quilt, and we need to sort it into 2 piles. We want to make one pile with all the darker prints in it and one pile with all the lighter prints in it. So you want 21 of the darker ones and 21 of the lighter ones over here, because your light ones will become your backgrounds in each block. Let me grab that one more time to show you. Right? Our light ones will become all our background in the block, and the dark ones will become our tree pieces and our trunks, and then our little scrappy top and bottom borders that are going to go on. Right? So first thing first, sort into 2 piles, 21 dark, 21 light, and then we'll cut them next. Let's start with our 21 darker squares. This is how you're going to cut those. Remember, your dark squares are your tree pieces and your trunks and your top and bottom borders. So you can cut more than one at a time. I have 4 stacked together here. And also make sure if you have directional prints that you got the top up here. Okay? Because it should all line up straight. It should end up good. So the first cut is 3.5 inches off the left side. 3.5. Slide this over for a second. I'm going to turn him. And we're going to cut 2 3.5-inch squares off of here. 3.5, 3.5. Set these aside. These are going to be the top and bottom scrappy border. Next, we want to cut our trunk out of this, and he needs to be 1.5 by 2. This is a little bit of scrap. And then this way, 2 inches. Scrap. Trunk piece, 1.5 by 2. All right, we'll bring this back over and we're going to turn it this way now. It should be 6.5 this way already. And we're going to cut 3.5 first. All right, 3.5. And then we're going to cut 3 inch. All right, and then one more 3 inch by 6.5. And that's the rest of your scrap. Okay, stack it back up for a little recap. You're going to cut this first, 3.5-inch squares times 2, 1.5 by 2 inch trunks, 3.5 by 6.5, 3 inch by 6.5, 3 inch by 6.5. All right, now let's cut the background. So you cut all 21 of your darker squares out. Now we got to cut all 21 of our background squares, our lighter ones. Right? I stacked 4 together, just the same. And here we go. First cut, you're going to cut 3 inches off the side this time. 3 inches. Slide this over for a minute. Turn. And we're going to need 2 3-inch squares. First, 2. Whoops. And then we're going to cut this into 2 2 by 3 inch rectangles. Should be one cut. Boom. There you go. Now, turn this sideways. And we're going to cut 3.5. And we want to get 2 3.5-inch squares out of this piece. So here we go. 3.5, and this should be 3.5. Then we're going to cut another 3.5. And then we need a 1/2 inch off of him. He needs to be 3.5 by 6.5. Scrap. And then our last pieces we need are 2 more 3-inch squares. And 1 more. That's your other scrap. Okay. Oh, totally cut that too short. I'm going to have to sew that back together and make those into 3-inch squares, but measure twice, cut once. Let's give it a recap. First cut, 3 inches. You need 2 3-inch squares, 2 2 by 3-inch pieces, 2 3.5-inch squares, 3.5 by 6.5 inch, and then 2 more 3-inch squares. All right, you do that to all of your backgrounds, and then we'll mix and match and do some piecing. So it's time to put together some tree blocks. We got everything cut out. We're going to set aside for now all the extra 3.5-inch dark squares, because those are going to be our top and bottom borders. And we're also going to set aside the 3.5 by 6.5-inch background rectangles, because we're going to put those into the block after we create all the little trees. So you want to mix and match all your prints. You need to match up a background with a tree print and then swap around all your little trunks. Get them all ready to go. And you're going to put your smaller 3-inch rectangles of the tree on the bottom and the wider 3.5-inch rectangle on the top. And before we go to sew, you need to take a ruler and a pencil, or you could go press with your iron even, like that, and it'd be ready. You just want to mark a line on the back of all of your background squares, because we're going to take this to the sewing machine. Right, you got a line from corner to corner. You're going to place it on the rectangle like so, and we're going to stitch directly on that line. Make sure your squares are nice and lined up, right? So a quick trick to trim away all these snowball corners is to take them and line them up with a line on your cutting mat. Any line, doesn't matter. And you could do as many as you want here. You could chain piece 20, all 21, and stack all 21 if you can fit them under your ruler. But I'm just going to show you with these 3. So you have them lined up. You take your 1/4-inch line on your ruler, put it on the stitches, and trim away the extra. Much quicker than scissors. Now we just go to the iron, press these back, and we'll do the same thing to the other side of the tree. Take your squares and match them up on the edges and sew directly on the lines. Trim away and press. And then we'll do the next piece. So your final steps are to construct the little trunk section. Right. Right. Press towards your little trunk. Put your other. Right. And then you'll sew your tree pieces together. So you've made all your tree blocks, and we want to lay them out into 3 rows with 7 blocks in each row. Then you're going to find the matching 3.5 by 6.5-inch background rectangle that goes with each block, and you want to add them to the top or bottom of each tree, alternating as you go along each row. After you've added all your rectangles, sew your horizontal rows together first, and then sew the 3 rows together. Now it's time for our final step, piecing and adding our top and bottom patchwork borders. You're going to need 14 3.5-inch squares for each one, so 28 squares total. Piece together each border and then add them to the top and bottom. My winter woods quilt top is complete, and I just love how it came out. I've got a really fun idea for how to use all our leftover corner triangle cutoffs coming in my next video too, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss that one. Plus, I'll link up my previous tree quilt pattern tutorial called Wonky Woods from last year, if you're interested in seeing that one too. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.